Hey folks, Twisted Christian. I want to come to you with a prophetic alert and kind of go over specifically a prophecy concerning what's going on right now. And this mainly deals with everything that's going on in Israel and the whole conflict. And with this conflict going on, you have a lot of the end timers on social media talking about, this is, we're coming closer to the end, which we are. And it seems like this could lead into when things seem at their worst. But I want to just present to you a couple of Kim Clement's prophecies concerning with what's going on right now. So this mainly deals with just several different, more recent prophecies. There have been others. But just to kind of show you, we are on the right track prophetically, and you can see what's kind of going on with Kim Clement when he talks about what's going on right now. All right, so I'm just going to do just a little bit of reading from Kim Clement's prophecies. This comes from the House of Destiny, July 26, 2014. And he says here, "Today I speak to the leaders that are standing in my way. I will send a spirit upon those who are standing against my plan and my will. Russia, Iran, Hamas, who have you reproached? Who have you blasphemed? Against whom have you raised your voice and lifted your eyes on high? You have done it to the Lord, the Holy One of Israel. You have said, by the multitude of our missiles and our mortars and our rockets and our mines and our traps and our tunnels, we have come to the height of the mountain, and we will finally rid ourselves of Israel and rename it. And I say, Israel is forever. There you've built yourself an underground Gaza, of which I have exposed, and your desire to have a final victory on Rosh Hashanah has been brought to nothing. Israel, a messianic prophet, is about to speak to you again." So when I was looking over what was actually kind of going on in Israel, I came across this article, and of course, Israel is really taking care of the tunnel network there. And they are taking out miles and miles. This one here, the report says here, IAF bombing of Hamas metro smashed miles of tunnels. All right, so they are taking out tons and tons of tunnels right now. And I find that interesting because here they've been launching weapons into Israel, and he brings up the tunnels, and that you built yourself an underground Gaza, which I've exposed, and your desire to have a final victory on Rosh Hashanah. Okay, and we know that date is coming up. That date is actually between September 6th and September 8th, Monday. So the actual date of that is Monday, September the 6th through Wednesday, September the 8th. So that day was actually coming up. Now, it's not to say it would have been this year, or because it could have been last year, but obviously the military felt it enough to take out all these tunnels. There, you have built yourself an underground Gaza. So that's very interesting. So are we going to find that out, that they actually had a lot more than just a whole bunch of tunnels? And I find that interesting that it seems like with all this barrage. Now, this did happen. There was a conflict in 2017, right? But it wasn't as intense as this one is, right? As far as the military moves and the strikes and everything else. Now, if you go over, if you research Kim Clement's prophecies concerning Israel and the conflict that's going on there, and you see, especially dealing with Iran and China and Russia, when you read those prophecies, they all really want to get to Israel, right? They have to use this organization, they have to use the Palestinians to try to achieve their agenda. One of the things that especially concerning the global currency reset, when things seem at their worst, a lot of, I truly believe that part of that will have to do with what's going on in Israel. So if there was a plan to take over on that particular day, then we definitely need to look at that. And it seems like the bad guys are going to have to try to regroup after all of this because the situation is still going on. Could this spiral into more? Could this spiral into an effect on the world markets? It just depends on how bad it gets. I wanted to point that out because I saw how much of the tunnels they are targeting, and I remember seeing some prophecies concerning the tunnels and the planned attacks against Israel through Kim Clement's prophecies. So that particular prophecy will be listed down below in the description, so you can go and read it for yourself. But I think with another confirmation of Kim Clement's prophecies, there's just all these prophecies that are getting ready to come to a head, getting ready to come to a point, and we're going to be seeing them being fulfilled more and more as this year comes. I just wanted to point that out to you guys. Keep Israel in prayer, keep the people in prayer, keep the Palestinians in prayer, and we'll keep an eye and a watch to see if this thing either calms down or it rolls into something much bigger. And if it does kind of tamper down some, I guess we'll see closer to September 6th. If there's a plan going on, it will happen more than likely maybe around that time. But all that remains to be seen. So anyways, folks, thank you for listening. God bless.